Hello everybody, I am Daniel, and this is an inside look about the red bar, this environment and scenery I made. I even forgot something when I was making the animations. As you can see, this is the animation himself. So it runs on iClone 6 right now, but the rendering was made and the final touches in iClone 7. Because of the light effects and the visual effects are way better. But mainly this environment was set up in iClone 6. Now you can see there's a glass on the floor. I forgot that there, really. I wanted to put a small table here and I forgot the glass on the floor. So there it is. I guess that woman left that glass there and she did it. Yeah, I didn't do that. So let's take a look in the environment and stuff. This is our environment. I even put an scenery for the outside in because the door has glasses and it will be used later on when somebody walks in. As you can see, if you are here in front of the bar like this guy, excuse me, I had to sneeze. Turns out the sun is lighting through my window and it always irritates my nose. So back again. This guy is talking here in the bar, blah 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 blah, you know, with Jack Daniels and the whiskey there and this guy there. I will add some mouse movement and stuff like that, some reserve here anyway. And this door here is because somebody will go in the bar. And I will not say who or what because you will find out once my animation is finished. And the general animation I made here with this guy playing the piano is just it was a showcase to show this place. Now I'm gonna show you how I done this place. First of all, you can see I put another scenery and a car in front of it. Second of all, this is actually a room, just a room, nothing more. And it has a door here. The doorway doesn't even belong to this place. It belongs to I think a medieval kid or something like that. But the good thing about the door is you can actually go and open it. That's why I like this door. You can go and open the door. Now you have actually an entryway here. Thing is, yeah, need some fixing to do here on the scenery. It has to be more low, as you can see. You didn't notice this because the door was closed, but anyway, you still need to fix this. And now let's explain this environment first. Most of these parts are pieces. The sofa are one piece, and the bar here, particularly this bar here, was one piece I found in Ixonalara and was called the red bar. So but the problem is the red bar is just, let's just select this piece here and hide it. As you can see, the red bar is just this here. You just have the chairs and the bar. That's what you have. Problem is I could not even move those chairs. So how did I did it that those chairs here are over there? Well, let's see. I had to go to 3ds Max and separate the chairs from the geometry. How I did that? Well, let's show you. In a second I will upload the 3ds Max and I will show you how I separated those, so you may learn something here. So here I am back again and we are in 3ds Max, currently 2014 version, and I'm just loaded in my OBJ file from the red bar. Let's open this. So there you are. Let's click on nothing and you can see the red bar here. Thing is, the unique geometries, as you can see here, the tabletops and the bar corner, they are using the same texture, so they are assigned to the same geometry. So you cannot move them individually. So how do I separate them? It's actually not that difficult at all. You go ahead, for example, this was the one I separated. So First of all, I changed the view from realistic to shaded because I don't need shadows. I need to see everything all the time. So there we go. For example, we choose the top of the chairs here, and we go to up here, modify, and then go to edible mesh and select that. Once we have that selected, we have those minus selection down here, and we select the full cube, the element. Now we select on the top of the chair, and we have only the top chair element selected. Once you do that, you click on the right button of the mouse on top of it, and now you click on detach. Once you have that, you just name it like chair top. It doesn't matter how you name it, because later you're gonna only name it for one once you unify that to only one geometry. Now it's okay. Now you click again here on edible mesh, bam, and you're out of the editing mode. Now when you click on the top, now you see it's a unique element. You can move it uniquely. That's how you separate geometries. Now you have to do the same here with the lower part of the chair. I'm gonna do that quickly now here. Boom. See, you have to select this part here as well. You cannot select the button here because it doesn't leave you the option, but you can select this here. Make sure you have everything selected. Okay, now the same thing. Detach. Button. Okay, done. Click on edible mesh. Now for the final parts, you click on the button parts of the lower parts. Make the same. Don't worry about the names, you're gonna unify them later anyway. So now we got separate pieces. Now as we have broken pieces, we need to glue them together in order to create one geometry we want. So we're gonna select this part and use attach on here, and you're gonna just leave it like this is this window, and just click OK. Now you see that this one geometry now, and it's called lower. Now we select the lower and click on attach on the top of this. Make the same. Now we got all together in one, and we can move it. Don't worry about the pivot, because iClone does regulate the pivot once you loaded the geometry in, so you don't need to adjust it. And now you got this geometry, so it's called lower now. Let's call it bar chair. Done. Now what we're gonna do normally is we leave the bar chair selected, and then we go on export and export selected only. Now you can save it up as a bar chair, and there you go. Once you load it in iClone, you have your unique chair, so you can actually copy that. And that's how I done it. I hope that it's helpful. I go back to iClone right now. So here, back to our bar. Let's see. As you can see, the bar has actually a floor, and it has a wall, a back wall. The main scenery I used for it is just an empty room, an old empty room. I'm gonna show you how the room was originally. What I did actually is I separated the texture from the bar and loaded it in over the texture of the room. As you can see here, this here, I'm opening in Photoshop right now. That will take a bit. Not too much, I hope. So you can see here, a keen eye would maybe see that the red and black texture and the floor texture are not supposed to be here, because the ones are rough and old like this. So what I did is I selected the red bar, this piece, and I choose the texture from the back here, this one, and then I choose the floor, this one. I loaded those in Photoshop, and I overlapped them and pasted them on the pieces of the main texture of this room in order to make them look like that. Problem was the normal map wasn't it wasn't the right one for that. The normal map was the old normal map and was different, so I had to create a new normal map. And you know, if you saw my last tutorial upload, you saw how to make a normal map. You save this up and merge it all together, and then you load it in. And once you have loaded it into iClone, you loaded it into your scenery, into your prop. Then you open it again, and you also open the normal map, but the original normal map from the room, not the one I made, because I make a custom one. So what you do is actually pretty easy. You once you loaded it in here, you create a normal map based on this using the NVIDIA tools, and you create your normal map here. Once that's done and you have loaded in the old normal map, you just copy this normal map and paste it on top of the old one and just save it up, and it will automatically load into iClone. So once you do that, you got yourself new textures for the environment here in the room. So it looks like it does all belong to the same place, when it doesn't. Also, the bar is kind of off base here. To move the bar a little bit back. There we go. This was the place. So I had those. I had to find a chair for these places here. The floor does look a little bit rough and fucked up, but you know what? That's okay. I can live with that, because the room originally was like a completely abandoned and beat up room, so I converted it in something acceptable. Also, the window here had none, so I found in my stuff window for this, supposed to be, probably it was the right geometry for this window here. Also, I had to stretch the window, the room out a little bit, because it was too small. I needed more space to work with for the camera view and angles, otherwise it wouldn't look so good. So this is how I made the bar, just in pieces, and put them together slowly. And the animations, well, I used a pack here. Is called Suave and Charming, and as you can see, you have for the woman, you have sitting animations like this one. Sit, talk seriously. That's what she does. The one sit and high chair and talk is what our sissy character over here does. And this guy here, believe it or not, has the sit and talk animation with the arms crossed. But I modified that so the animation looks like that. I adjusted the feet and the hands so they do this. See, that hand still goes in there, but this one is like moving up and down, like talking. And this guy here, the bartender, has the stand and talk animation. And this guy over here just has a normal piano playing animation I have. You can find that animation on Mixamo if you like. You can download it here and use it. I had to search for one, and Mixamo was the only one I found one really. I had another one, but it wasn't working as well. So yeah. And that was all. And the lights, well, I'm gonna show you how the environment light setup and everything else on the effects works. Just a second, because I'm gonna initiate this project in iClone 7 now. So we're back to iClone 7. As you can see already, we are in the main point, our camera viewport, and the part you saw the animation, and you can see it goes slow, really slow. But that's just because I put all on maximum while I did this. And let's just stop here. There you go. You see the lights and everything. Let's just go ahead and explain how I did the lights. First of all, I got the HDR effect on. I got the ambient occlusion on. It's in standard. I didn't push anything up there. I did change a little bit here in the HDR. And I got the EVL light. Let's turn it off. See what it does? The EVL light gives the effect around here, who makes it look a little bit more realistically. I used an EVL here of my pack here. The custom EVLs I have, I found them. I cannot say where I found them. I don't remember anymore. But I got a couple of them. I use mostly the full moon light in one of mine. I make my custom ones, and the kitchen one. This one is actually very good in order to resemble skin. And the corner box I don't use much, but in this environment it does good work. I wanted to use the studio environment. This one is like candlelight and stuff like that. But you know what? This one is the candle one, and this is the studio one. It makes it look like very yellowish. And this one is very good for dark environments to resemble some places who are too dark. Anyway, this one does a good job in this case, and as you can see, activated and activated, you can see the difference. And the strange is not too much. Also, if you deactivate the environment light, you see it looks like that. So most of the work the environment light does here in this case, and it does it because, boom, I had to the bounce range, I had to really put it down to almost 0 because the eyes of my people were shiny, like creepy. You see, that looks creepy. So I had to put the bounce off because they had reflection maps. It would look too creepy and not good enough, so the bounce is gone. And in this case I didn't touch much here because it was not necessary. Let's turn off the environment light, and let's turn off the global illumination. We already turned that off. The EVL light. Now this is the normal light. This is how you would see it without any EVL or anything else. Let's go to our preview cam. And of course, the shadows are very important. As you can see, there's shadows all around this place, and you can even see on the bottom of the chairs there's multiple shadows. Why? Because there are multiple light sources, and they come from above here. The light source does not come from the glowing effect here, although I think when the EVL is on, probably the glow effect here will create some kind of light, but not too much. So let's go to our scenes here and go to props. Let's move this a little bit here. You can see in our list over here the capsules. 1 capsule, 2 capsules, 3 capsules. Let's just select one and show the capsule. As you can see, a light appears. If I move this now, you can see there is this. But it's weird. Where is the actual capsule? Ah, it's inside. Okay, the capsule is in there. So what happened here is that that I created a prop, and attached this light to it in order so I can make the light, and I can move it around. I just if I want to copy this light, I only have to click on CTRL and then move the light, and it copies, as you can see. So I want to do that because I'm too lazy to set up. For each light I need one flashlight. Well, this is a spotlight, sorry. So I create a primitive who I can copy as long as I want to. I set up the range and the parameters on everyone here, and I can change them as much as I want. It's just a spotlight. So we got from those lights here. Let's put this guy back where it belongs to. It doesn't matter, I will not save this project up anyway. Also, I just move the light. Let's go and select the capsule. There we go. The capsule. There we go. This is the thing, if you work on maximum settings, you can see and noticeably see the slowdown. So, let's show all the capsules I have. So, I got 3 capsules in the bar here. Although when I moved the bar back, I didn't move the capsules, so they are staying here. They're not right in front of it, but it doesn't matter because you actually do not notice that. So yeah, 1 point for me, I guess. I'm not perfect, I mess up in many things. So you can see where else do we have capsules. So let's see. We have 1 capsule here and we have 1 over there. Over there, who lights up this place. And that's pretty much it. That's all the lightning I have in this room. The rest of the lightning comes from the EVL, the image based map, and from the global illumination. How could I forget that word? I don't know. Let's see. Let's be silent for a minute here. And goes away. What did I just done? What have I done? There we go. So, also, you probably won't know what is those. Those are street lights. I put them outside here. There we go. In your light tool, you can select those and you can turn on. I wanted to make some light because the surroundings is dark. It will play a role later on once I make my scenes in this bar. And also I have to adjust the height of the thing. I don't know if I did it. I think I already adjusted the height here in iClone 7. I only did not adjust it in iClone 6. Let's take a look. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. I don't remember. Let's find out. Select this. I think it's the second door and open that. No, I didn't. Shit. I'm a liar. You got me. So let's go ahead and just, you know, I couldn't bear to leave it like this, so let's select this. I'm back here. Sorry I had to pause because got some issues there. It was copying itself. Well, you can see a little bit of my process right now in person, I guess. So we got the car here and it's correctly done anyway. It will be necessary once I come on. I guess it's this one, yes. Once I use this door for entrance, it will be necessary that everything looks correctly. So we got our animation all set up and all here, and I will probably add more animations to this place once I use it for what I wanted to use it. But yeah, just look at him, he's just inside the bar and stuff like that. It's just, it doesn't matter because you don't see it really in the camera view. Though later on when it's necessary, I probably will fix that and put him here. Also, he's kind in the floor because, as you can see, if I put him on his total height, he's way too tall. I mean, he's way too tall to be on that bar. See? It's supposed to be in a higher point, so in this order I had to raise the bar and I had to make too much more adjustments. So I was a bit lazy, I accept that, but it looked good and you liked it, so I'm happy with that. I put some glow maps on these lights here. There. Yep. So that's how I made the environment, I guess, and I'm gonna leave it here and thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. And also, yeah, for those who didn't see my Facebook video, let's check out the red bar. There you go. So there you got it. This is a high compressed version, it's a 720. The original version, once it's out with the video, will be 1080. And full HD, of course, and it will look way better than this. This I had to compress it and scale it down for Facebook. So we're done here. And see you in the next video. Thank you very much, and bye.